Campbell gets underway the Canadian way. And Kivaharju. The Finnish captain goes back. Bumped up by Victor Eklund. And Eklund feeds that down as Rimpinen up to play. He's played every minute of every game for the Finns. Knocked back in by Anton Wahlberg. And back down to the finish zone. Kangas slides out ahead and picked up by Rutiainen. Rutiainen takes it back across to Kangas. And got poke check there by Anton Wahlberg. And a chance now for Wahlberg busting in, rolled that wide. Wahlberg has goals in 4 straight for the Swedes. On the line, held and played back in by Rasmus Bergqvist. Eklund trying to center, that's knocked away. Pass back in front, that's broken up by Hector right there on the crossing there with Wahlberg. Eklund's shot was blocked. Hardy got away. That long shot is stopped by Rimpinen. Held at the line by Viggo Gustafsson. Made back around for Hallqvist. Hallqvist leaves that in the corner. Tukala races to it for the Finns. But jumping up for the Swedes is Linus Eriksson. Eriksson trips on the net.
He caught the back.
It's brought back out by David Gronberg. Gronberg sends it over Forsfield. Backhand shot, short-handed bid. And Rimpinen makes the stop. And by Isaac Hedqvist. Kuppalainen moves away from headboards. Got by Miettinen and back down the ice. An icing waved off. Shots are 6-2 Finland here in the early going. Väisänen banks that back. Another perfect preliminary round. Eklund. Eklund moving in, pivots back in the corner. Eklund's draft eligible this year as that shot by Wilander goes wide. His older brother Williams, a 7th overall pick for the San Jose Sharks. Wahlberg pivots back in the corner with it. Wahlberg slides that back to Wilander, a long shot. Pinballs around in front. And Rutiainen has it back along with Helenius. Lead pass to Helenius is broken up. And back ahead to Wahlberg.
I'm not sure if we will get to a half-dozen odd-man rushes in this game. Both teams very cautious, very conservative, positionally sound, always guys back in the neutral zone.
Norum throws that through center ice. Stenberg tries to poke it ahead. And Felix Unger-Sorum plays it back around. Kivaharju takes a hard bump from Edstrom behind the goal. Here's Stenberg on it. Otto Stenberg, a St. Louis first-round pick. The Blues have 9 picks playing in the World Junior Championship. Their GM, Doug Armstrong, and their future GM, Alex Steen, are here, along with their staff. Wilander, long shot, goes up face-off for Sweden. It's won by Julius Miettinen for the Finns. Pick free by Eklund. Victor Eklund trying to center it. Brought back up as one in the last 43 years at the juniors. That long shot by Wilander knocked away.
For a team that over the last 20 has the best record in the round-robin portion of the tournament, it makes 0 sense.
Back at the point, hard shot by Gustafsson and a teammate in front. And now Wahlberg got it. In those 43 years, they finished second 11 times.
History on this team.
Sweden was alternating, finishing in and out of the medals for the last 8 years. So 1-1 last year, didn't the year before, 1-1 the year before that, didn't the year before. For 8 consecutive years.
So you're saying they're not going to get one this year?
Finns were 4th last year. They lost the bronze medal game in shocking fashion. They had 5-4. With under 2 minutes to go, the Czechs scored 4 times in 50 seconds, a tournament record, and won it 8-4.
Now, there were a couple empty netters in there, but that was craziness.
Well, now a shot from the sharp angle taken there by Hector. Stenberg slips in, and Kivaharju steps into him. Aaron Kivaharju, the Finnish captain, kicks that back to Pietariemi. Got it there by Edstrom. Game shoots the Finns just 5. Nicely waved off as Jokinen plays it back around. That's knocked down. Picked up by Eriksson. There's Eriksson, a shot that goes wide. And Sandin Pellikka lays it back in. Oh, centering pass for Villette, just missed. Back at the point is Bergqvist. Bergqvist for Sandin Pellikka. Pivots back across the line and shoots. Tipped in front. Good stop there by Rimpinen. Trough. Banks it back down to Eriksson. That's knocked away. Villette spins and shoots. That's wide. Hultinen can't get there. Kept alive by Bergqvist. The Finns hemmed in here a bit. As Villette poked that free and now knocked back by Miettinen. Jokinen for Kangas. Pass knocked away from Miettinen, sent right back down to the finish zone.
It's a pretty impressive sequence of defense for Finland in their own end, though. Seen in this tournament.
There's a pass off Jokinen's stick. And Horsfield almost got there as Hemming got a stick on him.
Younger players' tendency to get confused, miss their assignments. Organized in their own end for long stretches.
Lindstein, long shot that deflects wide. Hemming to the longer. Gronberg moves in. Has players in front. Gronberg feeds it back across. Just missed Lindstein with that pass. Merlin trying to hook that back ahead. Stenberg broke it up. And Stenberg slings it back in. Kivaharju takes a chop at that. Hallqvist down to Ungersorum. Felix Ungersorum dances around. And Yemi centers it. And Stenberg chipped that wide. Here's Hemming back on it. On his back.
The shift. This is a weird face-off. Look where Stenberg is.
We were on the right side boards. He was. And Stenberg winds ahead. Drops it back to Ungersorum. At the line, long shot taken there by Bergqvist. Yeminen for Stenberg. Finns have won 4 straight. Swedes, 5 straight wins. Under. Up for Eklund, tries to get around Bison, and he does. He shoots, and Rimpinen knocks that out. Chip back at the point for Lindstein. Goes it down to Felix Nilsson. A shot. Rimpinen saved. The rebound chopped out. The NHL is swinging back towards bigger defensemen. Now a chance off the wing, and a quick shot there for Wahlberg. On by Bergqvist and out. And brought back by Stenberg. 2-on-1 for the Swedes. Stenberg back. Shoots. Scores! Otto Stenberg with a lightning strike.
Stenberg jumps on a puck at the blue line. Pieneniemi lose a puck battle. And Stenberg impressively late in a shift has the energy to take off and elects to keep it. That is short side wrap around the back bar as Stenberg's strong tournament continues.
Just a minute and a half into the second period. Now a loose puck in front that was swept away by Rimpinen. Nilsson. The steal, put off a leg. Stenberg another chance. That was Wahlberg put that wide. Here's Wahlberg back with it. Wahlberg. Pivots back in the corner. Wahlberg. Trying to bank that back to Lindstein. Kumpalainen. And that's picked off by Edstrom, sent back down the ice. So a second power play in the game for the Finns, which has not been their strength in the tournament. They're 2 for 18 so far.
And Hemming has been getting better as this tournament has gone on, though. He's a good skater and a really good shooter.
Wahlberg knocks that down, poked away by Tukala. Wahlberg pivots back along the boards. In for Nilsson. Here's Eklund on it. Eklund winds off the boards, feeds that back to Lindstein. Lindstein shoots. Bounced away. Eklund got spun around. Wahlberg finds off Bison. Wahlberg still with it. Flies that back to Lindstein. A shot that goes off a leg. Back is Vilander to Lindstein. Lays that back in. Trough after it. Urban Trough, who scored twice against the Czechs on New Year's Eve. Plays that back in the corner. This line doesn't play a ton for the Swedes. Bergqvist drops it back, and a long shot taken there by Bullet. Another chance that was blocked by Bison. As Eriksson was turned away, there's Trump with it rolled off his stick. Trump feeds that back to Bullet. Bergqvist long wrist shot goes wide. Trump works it back in front. Loose puck. Backhand shot. Bullet rebound. Ripping it down. The puck still loose. Ripping retrieves his goal stick. Furious pressure now by the Swedes. Trump shoots. Ripping it gloves down. He's seen enough.
Tournament long.
Gustafsson in for Andersson. Gustafsson long shot goes off the leg of Miettinen. Urunen for Hemming. You saw him with the monkey off his back. Signal as he was heading to the Finnish bench.
Well, monkey's hanging around this Finnish room with Halton and him.
Andersson. That long shot goes wide. Halton a series of gestures after he scored. Andersson. Back pass for Gustafsson. Yeminen. Back around to Kangas. Gustafsson. Good pass head under Sora with a shot. Was off the stick of Kangas and wide. And Kangas plays it back ahead. Back around is Yeminen. He was tied up. Kangas. Sweden. Forsfjall. Back front. That long shot by David Grunberg kicked away.
Pellikka with 2 each.
Here is Nylander back at the point for Sandy Pellikka. Lines it back around for Edstrom. Sandy Pellikka with it. So the Swedes with the rare penalty. Banks that head for Nilsson. Nilsson. Tied up in the corner by Yeminen. And Rutiainen back for it. Hellenius. Pumps it ahead for Rutiainen. Stenberg. Moves in, knocked back. Andersson. Swings back. Andersson. Slides it across. The pass for Stenberg now. Stenberg. He moves in. It was down to Bergqvist. Bergqvist out of Swedes. It's moved ahead by Eriksson. And a hard shot hammered wide by Volat. In any top-level men's tournament in the last 2 years, for the first time since the under-18s began in '99. Now a centering pass is Rippin was slow getting back to his net. For a sharp angle, that pass just missed Nilsson's stick. Gustafsson moves it on Haltonen. That centering pass broken up. Haltonen pokes it.
Is everything in a short tournament.
Kivaharju. That pass picked up. Syrio had that knocked away. Wahlberg, the Lions there with the Yeminen. That pass was blocked by Kivaharju. Great defensive play there by Aaron Kivaharju. Wahlberg back on it. Bumps there with the Yeminen. Eklund shoved down by Kivaharju. Get free back in front. That pass broken up from Eklund. Andersson looks ahead for Stenberg. Gets a step. In comes Stenberg. Hold it
That's
back
a
in
penalty.
front.
I think that's on Sten too.
Andersson with it. Andersson lines in, centers the flip and save. Rebound loose in front. Sandy Pellikka turned away.
Been a goal interference penalty.
Back at the point, Sandy Pellikka was turned away point blank a second ago.
Cold shoulder, very cold.
Stenberg again on Jokinen. Here comes Stenberg. A backhand shot was blocked in front. Hermy knocks it down, and here's Kiskinen. That's turned over. Ruohonen couldn't get it out. Andersson drops it back to Stenberg. Shoots off a stick. Goes up and out of blood.
Failures. And as the pressure mounts, that weight gets heavier.
Right. They get asked about it all the time. Sandy Pellikka, long shot, loose in front. That was poked away by Nieminen. Back at the point is Bergqvist. Feeds it across to Sandin Pellikka. Sandin Pellikka. Back for Bergqvist. Long time to go here, though. Back is Sandin Pellikka. Feeds it in. And pass for Gronberg was poked away by Haltonen. Now a penalty coming to the Finns. In comes Nilsson.
Thought he was going
Missed
to
by
catch him.
Bison it to the line, but not out. Lindstein. The Wahlberg. Pivots back in, drops that back to Stenberg. Trout parked in front. Doesn't play a lot either, but on the power play is the net front. Nilsson drops it back. Lindstein, a shot was blocked in front by Väisänen. Stenberg. Back for Lindstein. To Stenberg. To Lindstein. Stenberg tees it up and shoots. They score! Bounce in front off Wahlberg. And the game is tied at 2.
And the power play comes through. This is Stenberg, who has been Sweden's best player in this game. That's one put back to him now. That is a horrible missed shot. That puck is fanned on completely. He toes it. It's going to go maybe
Off the
8
hand.
feet wide, off the hand of Väisänen, who's just sort of...
By Hedquist. Hedquist, long shot goes away wide. Gronberg back on it. For Forsfjord, that's blocked by Petteri. And 16 was amazing. Sorum. Swings it back in front. Just missed that pass for Stenberg. But winning the World Championship and the World Junior in Sweden, that for them is extra sweet. 95 in Stockholm, the Finns won it, coached by a Swede. Here's Sandin Pellikka. Looks in front, knocked down, a quick chance for David Edstrom, ripped that wide. Here's Nilsson, Nashville second rounder. Jumps in, rolls that just wide. Now Nilsson sends it back in front. The bouncing puck knocked away by Ruohonen. Ripping it up to play it. Up there for Yessin. And now Wahlberg, one of the most dangerous Swedes. Works in. And stay with him. Daniel Nieminen. Watching Eklund closely, spun back in front by Nilsson, kicked out by Rimpinen. Sandin Pellikka shoots, it got through, Rimpinen kicks that away. And Gustafsson plays it back in. Nieminen takes that return pass from Jokinen. And Daniel Nieminen winds back as the Finns change. Väisänen being forced there by Gronberg. The puck comes free to Forsfjord. Now Forsfjord on it. Väisänen closed on him. Forsfjord plays it back at the point for Gustafsson. The shot goes off the stick of Holton.
Sandin Pellikka hoping to add to that, be on that list.
Eric Johnson in 07. And Lexad, and shot blocked by Holton from Sandin Pellikka. Here he comes again, Sandin Pellikka. Shot blocked again by Holton. This year, and Sorum, one of them, moves it across the line. Sorum. Long shot, Rimpinen kicks that away. Arin Kivaharju. Banks that for Holton. Has it back. Sandin Pellikka for Edstrom to Eklund. Shoots. It goes off the stick of Kivaharju. Hemming. Chips it ahead. Up to Wilander winding in. Wilander. Long shot. Ripping in the save. Face-off one back
play.
to Sandin Pellikka shoots. There's that Stenberg play again. Here he is again lined up there.
Go around the net this time. Yeah, you can tell by the pass where he's going.
Stenberg centers it. Sorum with a quick chance. Rippinen makes the save. Berka's back with it. In the corner for Stenberg. Down to Edstrom. Centers it. Bouncing puck loose in front. Nurmi to the line, but not out. Sandin Pellikka feeds it back across. And that pass shot by Sorum for Stenberg went awry, and Stenberg went barely through Rimpinen. Center ice. Here comes Stenberg again. Jumps it across the line. Rimpinen save, and he gobbles up the rebound.
Defensive player responsible.
Sweden now shooting Finland 7-1 here in the period. Lindstein plays it back, and a long shot by Vila.
Well, hang on. Where's the Finnish team that put up 20 shots in the second period? It's human nature. This is what happens at every...
Rink wide pass finds Eklund steaming in. Eklund, little back pass, trying to find Wahlberg. He's tied up in the corner by two Finnish players. Nilsson takes a bump there from Kivaharju. Wahlberg winds in. Wahlberg plays it back across. Gustafsson moves across the top and shoots. Kick saved there by Holtonen. Down low, Wahlberg feeds it back. Gustafsson slides it back. Hallqvist. Back for Gustafsson. Back across is Gustafsson. Shoots. That was just wide. A penalty coming. It's going against the Finns. Kivaharju back. And
while trying to score a goal, and Niemi, who's had a tough night for a guy who's been pretty solid in this tournament, gets a cross-check into the... There it is. And it's operate. They give you a warning. And if you don't heed it, that's your fault.
Sweden 1 for 2 on the power play. Wilander back across for Sandin Pellikka. Unger Sorum. Spread that back front, but off the skate of K. Options offensively. Eklund bumps it ahead. Jokinen goes back. Around it goes to Sandin Pellikka. Back for Wilander. For Sandin Pellikka shoots. Tip puck goes off the glass to Unger Sorum. Unger Sorum to Wilander. Unger Sorum shoots. Rippinen save. Rebound loose in front. And Rippinen.
But probably looking to Sandin Pellikka. Can I find a seam through all the traffic? And then eventually elects to shoot it. You see Rimpinen drifting just a little bit off his post, anticipating a pass.
As with the face-off against Miettinen, wins that cleanly. Bison to the line, but not out. Wilander back across for Sandin Pellikka. Or Wilander. Back for Unger Sorum. Unger Sorum to Wilander. Long shot, Rippinen save, rebound, loose in front. Eklund digging for it. The puck squirts free. It's still sitting there. And lines across for Tropp. That was close to offside. Stenberg got bumped into the inboards by Jokinen. Final second of the Swedish power play. Loose in the corner for Tropp. Plays it back to Lindstein. There's Stenberg with it. Power plays over. Stenberg slides it down. Wahlberg in, shoots, fired it wide. Niemi out of the penalty box. Turned the puck over. Now it goes to Wahlberg. A rolling puck in behind the Finnish goal. Wahlberg back across the Tropp. Off the bench comes Sandin Pellikka. Shot that deflected wide. Exhausted Finnish penalty killers on the ice. And now Wahlberg with it. Slides it back to Sandin Pellikka. Comes down to Bergqvist. Now loose in the corner for Forsfjord. Taken in hard by Ruonen. Now back at the point is Sandin Pellikka for Bergqvist. Long shot goes high. And these Finnish players are exhausted now. Stenberg winds and shoots. That's blocked by Jokinen. And Niemi in this game. And Niemi can't reach it. Laid back around by Noel Nord. Sweden went back to their fourth line here for the face-off. Off the icing by the Finns.
And the skate here make one good play, one good chip.
Wahlberg works it in, shoots, bouncing puck, but Rippinen saves, still loose, backhand it back in front, Rippinen down into the post. Sandin Pellikka, he fires off the inboards. Rippenen's lost his goal stick. Kumpalainen has the puck back. Up for Unger Sorum. Unger Sorum. Pivots back. Hallquist long shot, scores! Off Rippinen and in. And William Hallquist.
You're gonna get a break. All these scramble opportunities, all these close calls for Sweden in the third period. And it's a nothing shot. Innocent looking wrister. It looks like it goes through the chest of Rimpinen. Sneaks through the 7-hole. Oh boy, off the pad, under the arm, and drifts through. As Hallquist, unlikely goal scorer, drifts one in. That's a strange one. Rimpinen.
David Edstrom moves it across the line, has a step back in front. Poke on the side of the goal by Stenberg. It's stuck on the back of the net. And now we're free. Well, great chance there for Edstrom in front. And Edstrom turned away. Kivaharju in the corner. It's picked up by Granberg. This is all Sweden here in the third period. But it's a 3-3 game. Stopped on that one. Wahlberg drops it back. Loose in front. Good shot there. Taken by Eklund. Bad save by Rimpinen. Still loose in front. That's swatted away by Kangas. This game's all of a sudden up on two wheels. In the third period. That's in the glove of Rimpinen. Away comes Stenberg. Moves in. That's kicked away for the moment by Bisonen. At the point is Wilander. Long wrist shot was blocked in front. Unger Sorum spins. Shoots. He hammered it wide. Edstrom back with it. Now the Swedish defender Bisonen lost his stick, but he gathers it back up. Edstrom's shot was off the leg of Hemming. We have not yet seen Mika Jokinen return for the Finns. after blocking a shot earlier. Behind the goal is Väisänen. And Väisänen breaks it ahead after regulation. It's 10 of overtime, and then if necessary, a shootout. Back at the point, Sandin Pellikka shoots. That's tipped wide. Bergqvist back in the corner for Granberg. Granberg works it free for Forsfjall. Back for Sandin Pellikka. Across to Bergqvist in the high slot. Forsfjall, a shot that goes high. Everything back in the corner is Hedqvist. Granberg. Back to Bergqvist. There's a shot by Hedqvist, swatted away by Rimpinen. And the Finns hemmed in here again. Puck turned over by Huninen. Back at the point, Bergqvist. Across for Sandin Pellikka. Takes the return pass from Granberg. Sandin Pellikka shoots. It goes wide off the inboards. It's knocked away by Kiviharju. And the ice is tilted in this direction here in the third. Rutiainen change for Sweden. Lead pass for Nilsson moving in. Felix Nilsson spins back. For Wilander. Moves around Kiskinen. Wilander back in again in the corner with it. Tied up by Ruohonen. That's picked up by Victor Eklund. And Eklund spins off the boards. Eklund shoots, Rimpinen save, long rebound, goes back to Lindstein. Eklund. Bumped there by Ruohonen. Sweden white knuckle a quarterfinal win 3-2 over Latvia. Now in a battle here against their arch rivals from Finland in the third period. At the point, Huninen, David Edström. Across to Wahlberg. Centers for Edström. He's bumped there by Tukala. Halted it. Couldn't clear it out. Edström back on it. Bouncing puck. Loose in the slot for a moment. Jokinen back across for Kupalainen. I think he's a Carolina second-round pick. That's chipped down by Forsfjall. Rimpinen plays that to Uhrinen. Back up to center ice. 2 to go here in the third period. Stenberg moves in. On Väisänen. Stenberg bumped by Väisänen. Picked up by Uhrinen. Lead pass. Across to Wahlberg. Kiviharju plays it back for Ruohonen. He's bottled up there for the moment by Nilsson. And Ruohonen skates away. Moves it across the line on Kiviharju. Under Sorum. With Rimpinen down. Holds and feeds that back to Sandin Pellikka. Now bred by Wahlberg. In on Jokinen. Wahlberg steaming in. Shoots. Rimpinen save. And the puck is... Finns win the faceoff. Jokinen with time. Steps up. Felix Sorum drops that back for Edström. Edström drops it back for Stenberg. Sorum across to Sandin Pellikka. Sorum back across to Stenberg. Stenberg feeds it back across Sandin Pellikka. Shot blocked by Jokinen. Stenberg dumps it across the line. Drops it back for Sorum. Back down to Stenberg. Edström parked in front. Sorum down to Stenberg. Stenberg has a look back across. Sandin Pellikka shoots. That goes wide. Edström back on it. Minute to go on the power play. Sandin Pellikka back across to Sorum. Sorum in, shoots, Rimpinen glove save, and he hangs on.
And when he does get there, you got to get in front of it. Jokinen, who's already been shaken up once on a block, dives in front of Sandin Pellikka. Oh, right in the thighs. It just hurts to watch, but you do it. And then trying to split the ice in half and not let the puck get to Sandin Pellikka, and that means a short side shot from Sorum. You give that.
56 seconds to go on the power play, controlled by the Swedes for the moment. Sorum with the puck at his feet. Chopped at by Miettinen, and still loose. And kicked back to the point to Sandin Pellikka. Sandin Pellikka back for Sorum for Sandin Pellikka. Finns were inches from clearing the puck out. Sorum to Stenberg. Stenberg feeds it back in front. Sorum missed on that. Sorum shoots. Loose puck in front. Stenberg got a knocked away by Miettinen. Diving for it. Miettinen takes a whack at that. He's dumped. The puck back at the point for Sandin Pellikka. Sandin Pellikka back for Stenberg. 20 seconds to go on the power play. Sorum moves it and shoots. Rimpinen glove save, and he hangs.
Have nothing left. And Sorum basically one-on-one with Rimpinen. And can he get it past the shot block? Yes. Can he get it past the glove hand? Glove hand up. And he hasn't necessarily been clean with the catches, but he knocks the puck down for the whistle. Counting on your goaltender to make that save. Please, says Jesse Nurmi. Please, 17 more seconds.
Ruonen for the face-off against Edstrom. And again, a scramble drop, and it's picked up by the Swedes. Stenberg drops it back to Ungersorum. 10 seconds to go on the power play. Here's Stenberger's shot off the side of the goal. Loose behind the net. Jokinen fans on the first clearing attempt. Kangas to the line, not out. Ungersorum kept it alive. Now it's picked up by Ruonen. He sends it down. Wilander. Poke check there by Nieminen. Kivaharju with it. Meanwhile, Finland's top offensive players have been sitting on the bench. Wahlberg winds in. Wahlberg with a chance. Moves it back in front. Rippinen save. And Nilsson back with it. Felix Nilsson falls in front of Nieminen and is picked up by Kivaharju. Inside 5 to go in the overtime period. Niemi with it. Finns have barely had the puck here in OT. And have a race for it now. Wahlberg coming in. Kivaharju trying to knock that away. Bounces right back to Wahlberg. Nurmi plays that back to Kivaharju. Kivaharju. Finns are changing. Wahlberg gets a step. Moves in. Backhand shot goes wide. Wahlberg back with it. Trying to work it back in front. Helenius had the puck at his feet. Is picked up by and sent down the ice by Hurtig. Consta Helenius, the Buffalo first-round pick.